And just like that, everybody, we have made it to the flea market. And if you guys don't know, this one here has hundreds, if not thousands of different Funko Pops. And so it seriously is gonna be a lot of fun to grab some new figures, so I'll see you inside. All right, everyone, I'm crawling through the first booth here to get over to, here they are, the first Funko section. And now this booth doesn't actually get too many new figures all the time, but what I do like to check is the ones at the top, because those ones are usually the newer things, because they kind of just like go down as they sell, you know? And actually down at the bottom here, I'm seeing some Fortnite ones, as well as Ublina from Real Monsters for like 10 bucks, which isn't that bad. And then up there, Wally, one of the original Disney ones. It is a figure that I have, but I'm always on the hunt for some of those older guys because you never know. And then also there was one over here that I saw that I wanted to show you guys. Ah, there it is, the Deathstroke Unmasked. What a weird character, but I really do enjoy it. Oh, and then check this out, guys. They have Raphael, the original one here. Now, I don't believe I have this in the collection, and for $75, it might not be a bad pickup for today, but I think I'm gonna wait for a bit because there are so many other booths to check out here. All right, so I'm out of that first booth there, and they didn't really have anything that I was too on the hunt for except for Raphael, but now I've bumped into another one, which looks pretty good. I'm probably gonna get something here. And right in the front here, they have a bunch of more expensive figures. Like if you guys wanna take a look, Edward Elric, Stan Lee, and then over here, some that I really like is like the A-Team van, Michael Knight, Ant-Man with Anthony, and then up here, check these ones out, some really old pops. Oh, and I didn't even notice down here, they also have Baloo. What an old figure. And then coming into the booth, guys, check it out. They have a giant wall of them. And they don't just have like one category. I'm talking anime, we've got video games, a lot of ad icons, as well as foodies, Marvel, more Marvel, DC, it just keeps going. And now I of course have to come over to the Disney section where they probably have some good ones like Minnie Mouse, and then we've also got, well, these ones aren't Disney, but it's fun to see the Care Bears. And then, oh, check this out, everybody. They've got Fix-It Felix. Now for this collection here, I have, let me think about this here, Wreck-It Ralph, and then I also have, actually I can just check the back here. I've got Turbo, and I believe those are the only two, so to get this one could be kind of fun today, especially because it is only, oh, $20? Yeah, I've got to get this. And now also turning around here, they have some of their sodas, and I want to show them off because they've got some of the ones just out of the cans if you want to pick them up, maybe if you're looking for one specific, but they also have sealed ones. And then check these out, guys, they have their own soda displays, and they can do pretty much whatever color you want. Like, check this one out, it's bloody! And this would actually be great for some horror figures like, actually, Elvira. Now, everybody, I've made it to another booth that I always like to check when I come to the flea market, because scattered around, you can usually find a couple figures. Like, for example, right behind me, the armored Batman. All right, so I've done a little bit more walking, and now I've come across a booth that doesn't normally have Funko Pops, but they seem to have gotten a small section. And I mean, whenever they come, they sometimes have a few, but definitely not this many. And there are some interesting ones here, like Charlie the Tuna, as well as Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the Jungle Cruise, as well as the Sanderson Sisters, normally exclusive to Spirit Halloween. Oh, and I didn't even notice to the left, check this out, the Hot Topic exclusive super cute plushie, one of the bigger ones made by Funko. When did they come in a box like this? Okay, I feel like I'm just walking booth to booth to booth here, but we've got another one. It's King Dave's Collectibles, and as you can tell, I am in pretty much a room of Funko Pops here. Like, take a look. I'm just gonna do the pan like I did with the other booth, but there is so many things here. Like, this is only the one section with a bunch of Simpsons and stuff like that. We've got 10-inch characters. We've got a bunch of Turtles ones down here, sports, hockey. Well, I mean, hockey is sports, but you know what I mean. Some other movie ones, and like I said, it just keeps going. Oh, now here we go. One section that I always like to check is the cabinet, and it looks like they've got most of the Rocky Horror Picture Show set. Then we've got some of the Turtles over here, God of War, WWE. Above that, we've got some movie ones like E.T. Actually, Elliot's really cool, especially because the actor for Elliot was over at Niagara Falls Comic-Con a little while ago. I wish I found him before that. And then over on the opposite side, we've got Daryl Dixon's Chopper. We've got some of the ones from Masters of the Universe, Pokemon, which is really cool. We're a little bit tight over here, but some Freddy's down at the bottom. I hope you guys can see these all right. And now that was just the one side of the booth. Let's go over to the other, where we've got some pretty expensive figures here, like that Stitch, which I really enjoy. And then check this out, guys, the foodies and ad icons. And over in this section, there are a couple that I do need, like Eggos with syrup, as well as Eggo without syrup. I think I'm probably gonna get both. And we've also got Toucan Sam, as well as the Twizzlers, which is another one I definitely need for the collection. Oh, and now hold on, guys. To the right over here, they've got some of their brand new characters, with one of them being Western Ken, one that I do need for my Barbie collection. Now, everybody, we came over to one more booth before we get out of here, because Urban Card Breaks does have some Pops, which I enjoy, but there's also a lot of Pokemon. And like, take a look at this, guys. They have the most here at the actual flea market. Then they also have like Loungefly bags over here, which I really enjoy. And then I found this, which I'm gonna be picking up for my friend Nate for one of his videos. So get excited about this. It should be coming soon on his channel. And just like that, everybody, we are done over at the flea market. So let's go back to the office and check out everything that I picked up. because if I'm gonna be honest, it was a lot of good stuff today. I got some interesting stuff that also wasn't Pops. And so we'll just go through it really quickly, like this here, guys, a brand new pumpkin display. Now, if I'm gonna be honest, my mom also came with me and she actually picked this up for herself. She also ended up grabbing a couple ornaments that she wanted me to show off. So we've got all of these flocked ones, which are Oscar the Grouch. I also have Big Bird here, which is another really great one. And they seem somewhat handmade, maybe? I'm not exactly sure. It's a little hard to tell. But then we also have here Ernie and Bert. Pretty cool. And then I also ended up grabbing something that wasn't a Funko product. And the one that I got here, something that I feel like a lot of you guys are really going to enjoy. It is a never-used Huckleberry Hound bank. Like, if you look on the top here, there's no slit, it's never been opened up, and then down on the back, this hole is still sealed. I mean, come on, this thing is amazing. And I actually got it for a pretty decent deal, too. It was only $20. Let me know what you guys think of it. I'm also kind of curious if this comes in other colors, because if so, I'd love to find them. All right, now let's get into the Funko Pops that I picked up, starting with Fix-It Felix, which was the first one I grabbed today. Now, I showed you guys that it said $20 on the bottom, but when I got up there, he was like, you know what, the box doesn't look perfect, let me give it to you for $15. So Kevin, thank you so much for that, because this seriously is a nice one. And now I have 3 of them in my collection, because behind me, I always have Turbo here, and then just over there on the other side of the room, I've got Wreck-It Ralph. See? Here he is. So yeah, a really neat set to almost be complete. Now all I'm missing is Vanellope and the normal King Candy, then we've got them all. Oh, wait, no, never mind. The only one that I'm missing is Vanellope. I don't know why I forgot, but I have King Candy right here. It's funny, I pulled this one off and he was right behind it. How did I forget about him? And maybe I've got Vanellope around here somewhere. Probably not. And so anyways, really, really cool because I am now only 1 away from finishing it off. Now, let's get into the ones that I got over at King Dave's Collectibles, because their booth is actually the reason that I went to the flea market today, because they got in a lot of stuff that I needed for my collection. With the first one here being Western Ken, which is actually the last figure I found at their booth, but I figured I might as well show you this one first because it's not part of the rest of the characters I'm about to show you. Or at least they just don't go as well together. And anyways, now the only one that I'm missing is Western Barbie, then I've got the entire set. Or, well, I guess there's also the Hot Topic exclusive where they're roller skating, which I will be picking up as soon as they release. Now, everybody, let's get into the foodies and ad icons. And I want to start with this one here, which is the Twizzlers. Such an amazing character. And this is actually one that I want to take out of the box so I can see it a little bit closer up, because it's kind of hard to tell while in there how thick it is. Oh, okay, that's kind of neat too. I just noticed his arms and legs are actually made of Twizzlers. And then on the backside, there really isn't much going on. It's just red all the way, but I love the logo. I'm also a pretty big fan of Twizzlers, so it's definitely cool to have in the collection. I also just really enjoy keeping up with the foodies, so whenever I can find them, I try to grab them, and I believe now I am up to date again. I might just be missing like a Sour Patch Kid or a Nerd, maybe? Or you know what, now that I think about it, maybe Nerds are in the ad icon collection. I would have to check on that just to make sure. And now speaking of ad icons, we've got Toucan Sam, and this one here, the original one actually was a super hard character to get. It was only available on the Funko shop, then they made a metallic version after that, which I do not have in the collection. It sold out super quickly, but at least I was able to get this one. And if I'm gonna be honest with you, if you need a Toucan Sam for your collection, I recommend just going for the new one if you don't care about getting the original one, because I mean, come on, look at how amazing this is. And maybe a bit of a controversial take, but I think so far one of the best of 2023, like definitely in my top 10. And now here's the thing, I'd probably have to go back and check a lot of the other ones that they've come out with this year, but I mean, just looking at him, he is really well done. Oh, and actually coming back over here, this is the Toucan Sam that I'm talking about. He's cool, but not as cool as the new one. Then everybody, we've got a pair of characters, and I guess, I'll show you the normal one first, then we'll get into the other one, because we have the Eggo Waffles. You guys saw, I picked up both of them. And this one's great. Very similar to the Twizzlers, where it's kind of just like the character with arms and legs, but I love that they do that. Then take a look on the back, there's an actual waffle. And I gotta say, this character is a lot thicker than I expected it to be. I was thinking it was gonna be more like the Twizzlers, but no, take a look at this. That's a massive waffle. I also really enjoy the home style box he's holding in his hand, and then he's licking his lips. It's really cool. cool. And now let's keep this one right here because I actually want to compare the two because we also have the Eggos with syrup, which is normally exclusive to Entertainment Earth. Oh, and funny enough, oh no, it's the exact same picture on the back. I thought they added syrup to the waffle for this one, but no, they've both got it. But now something I do want to check is the fact that this thing is scented. And I want to see exactly what it smells like. I'm guessing it would be syrup, but maybe it's just like waffles in general. I don't know, we'll find out. All right, here we go, everybody. Let's find out. Also, that's interesting. This is actually in a different insert than the other one. That one was just kind of like the one over top, but this is 2 pieces. Oh, I smell it already. Okay, this is neat. Okay, here we go. It smells kind of mapley, if I'm gonna be honest. It's an interesting smell for sure, and take a look at them. I love how that syrup looks. So pretty neat, and I'm glad that I was able to add these to the collection as well as the rest of the ones I grabbed today. And so there we go, everybody. That is all of the stuff that we got while I was over at the flea market. And let me know in the comment section below if there was something that you saw at the flea market that you would have picked up. But seriously though, this has been a lot of fun, and I'll see you tomorrow.